Everybody
Need
loves
somebody.
somebody.
Everybody needs
I thought that's a fantastic film. I love that film.
someone to love.
Like I said, the morphine doesn't have any effect on me. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's the Woody Show. Fuck me, Tracy. That's one hell of a spot on the end of your nose.
I know. I've been stopping traffic all day.
Oh,
So
Jesus!
So no one mention it.
No, we're going to call you Rudolph.
No,
we're going to call you Rudolph.
Yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to Saturday's edition of the Woody Show. We still have the same Prime Minister, which is amazing. It's been what, 5 weeks in a row now? Is it 5 weeks in a row?
Something like that.
Good evening, Tracy. Good evening, Mickey. How are you
doing?
What's new with you this evening, Mickey?
Nothing this evening. Thursday, more shopping in Norwich, believe it or not. Yesterday.
All my troubles.
Yeah, Buscapane. Look, yeah.
Sorry, you said yesterday.
Yesterday, I had to pick my granddaughter up from school. That went all right, actually.
Oh, good. It wasn't as daunting as you thought it would be. Like you were saying.
No, it was what I was concerned of, because they've got about 4 or 6 doorways that you have to meet them outside, different classes, different areas. But I got the right one, so that's all right. They won't let them go until, hello, best pal. They won't let them go until the child points you out to them.
Yeah.
To the teachers, so that was fine. And then I popped round. I had her till about 5. She got picked up about 5. Then I had to go and pick the wife up because it was my son's 35th birthday yesterday. So we had to pop round there for a couple of hours in the evening. Just to say hello and, happy birthday. Are you still here? Today I've done jack shit really, except my normal as the shit on Saturday night. So, yeah.
What about you, Tracy? What have you been up to?
I have been starting to get my place ready for, I've got family coming. Every year we have we call it the Christmas family gathering, and it's like a tradition. And every year, bar 1 year in the last 25 years, we've all got together before Christmas, so that everybody spends their own Christmases together, but we don't have to worry about travel and things over Christmas. So this year's one is next Saturday. So, and it's at mine because we move around. So it's been at one of my daughters before, it's been at my brother's, been at my sister's, and this year, because I haven't hosted, we call it hosting. I haven't hosted for quite a few years now, actually. I think my mum was still alive the last time I did it, and so that would have been 2014 or something. So I said, no, it's probably my turn to host now, so I'll do it, because I quite like doing all the food and things like this. So I've been starting to move things around so that people can come in and not fall over random boxes that I've got, I don't know what that was.
That's me saying hello to best pal.
Oh, I could see the little firework thing going off. So and clean off the kitchen side that always gets all the bits of paper piled on it and stuff. So I started doing that yesterday. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. It takes me a while because the ADHD goes, oh look, I found this, and then 2 hours later I'm like, oh, I should have been doing that. So what have you been up to?
I'm just trying to get a firework next to my ear to see if I can replicate the effect. There we go. There we go. I've got a firework next to my ear. I'm replicating the effect.
You've got to lose a nose in it or something at the same time. So.
I'm not too sure. I just thought I'd say I like the best film. I haven't actually been up to much this week. It's been a bit of a bad week for me because I've not been too good. I've had a couple of problems. One of the biggest problems is that I've had a lot of pain. I'm waking up. I'm not sleeping properly, and I'm waking up with a lot of pain. What it is the scar tissue from my surgery the chemotherapy drugs are attacking it. Because it's fresh tissue, and it's newly right. The chemotherapy drugs are attacking the scar tissue from my surgery because it's freshly grown tissue, and it acts in the same way that a cancer does.
Oh right, I understand. Have you had this back from the scan then? Oh,
yeah. No, I haven't had it back from the scan. We're still waiting for the results of the scan, right? We're still waiting for the results of the scan because it's not the haematologist that reviews the scan. It's a radiologist, and they're still reviewing it. So I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing. But this is the likely scenario that fresh scar tissue acts in this. Cancer is defined as the rapid growing of cells. Well, scar tissue is the same. It grows quite rapidly, and so the chemotherapy drugs can't tell the difference between a cancerous cell and fresh scar tissue. So it's attacking the scar tissue. Which is a sign that the chemotherapy is working, but it's a fucking painful sign. They put me back on. I'm back on this.
Which is.
I release morphine.
All right.
And this. Oh. And this.
Oh, liquid morphine, Oromorph.
Oromorph for the breakthrough pain. Because it hurts so much, especially when I take a deep breath and. Having a lung condition, I'm out of breath quite often, so it hurts in that respect. On top of that, I went to see my GP yesterday because I've had a few other symptoms, and I started talking to my GP, and she said to me, "You're showing all the classic signs of depression." So I'm officially depressed, and I'm now on these.
I can't see what they call fluoxetine. Oh, Prozac.
Prozac, yeah, liquid sunshine.
Yeah, I've been on those. I know everyone's different. I'm just saying they didn't work for me, but everybody's different. Prozac was one of the big ones that worked for everybody else apart from me. So, but it's good to treat them, and obviously, is this your first time on any antidepressants?
Yeah. I don't. As a general rule, I don't have the sort of personality that you would call a depressive person.
Oh
I don't get depressed. So
but everybody said that about me, and that was you might find people going, yeah, but you're usually so bubbly and happy and upbeat, and that pissed me off because that in itself
can be a sign of
this
depression.
Is what my doctor said.
Yeah, you can mask it very well. And really, what is when you're feeling down, you have a good cry and you get over it. When you're depressed, you can't.
I thought you said you had a 1960s cup, not a fucking baby cup. Fucking hell, that's a mouthful.
It's an espresso. It's an espresso cup.
So when you
Sorry.
No, that's all right. So when you are actually clinically depressed, you carry on exactly the same way as you normally do. You're not sitting around. Well, you can, but you're not sitting around crying and feeling a bit sad and pull yourself together, good night's sleep or anything. It's such long term, and it's been going on often for such a long time.
That's the worst thing you can say to fucking someone who's got depression. Pull yourself together.
Yeah,
have
man
a good
up.
night's
Man
sleep.
up is the one that Andy's been given.
I've touch wood. I've not suffered with it severely, but obviously living through it with my son. I mean, I've got like an insight to it, and I think, like I say, the worst thing you can say is, pull yourself together, have a good old sleep, and be all right.
And
no,
if you're
no, it's not like that.
If you're feeling...
and to other people, you can come across as if you're totally normal, or you're totally as your normal self. It is actually, it is.
Oh, hi, Big Bear.
But so it is. It
It is cheap to get smashed.
I've lost my train of thought now. But you can actually be quite normal, and still be suffering depression. Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly, and that's the thing. That's what you'll probably get is people saying, "Oh, what you, what you?" And exactly. I got that so much, and So what do you want me to do? You want me to stand here kind of threatening to end everything? You want me to do that in front of you? Is that what you want? Because which one's better? Me standing here smiling and giving the outward appearance of a normal functioning person? Or you want me to just break down and just be crap anyway?
But I think a good therapy, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, like I say, I haven't had it, but with my son, is to actually talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk to people about it. Let them know how you feel, you know?
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm just saying that you don't need the comments.
I mean, you don't have to stand there with a fucking knife in your hand and threatening to slit your fucking wrist. You know what I mean? But
it's the comments about, oh, but you're usually so calm, laid back, happy-go-lucky, and everything like this. So I'm just saying that I went through all that, and really, what's happening is you've got this gaping chasm, because I really was terrible, and you've got this gaping chasm of nothingness. This is the problem. Depression doesn't just rob you of feeling happy; it robs you of feeling everything. And when you go on the...
It makes it difficult to get up in the morning. It makes it difficult to function during the day.
Makes it difficult to go back to bed, because when you go to bed, you have the nightmares and the loneliness.
Yeah. Or the insomnia.
And the insomnia and things like that.
It's all going around you in the head. Yes,
it's just that I don't suffer now, but I know that there's a fine line. I could easily, but when I have a bad day now, I don't automatically think, oh, I'm depressed. I literally end the day and I go to bed, and it's like tomorrow is a new day. But there's always that risk.
That's a positive outlook you have to put out in the Trace, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So
that can help you or stop you succumbing to it, I think.
And I was going to say, you were saying about talking is one of the best therapies, and this is the problem we have with the NHS, is there isn't the resources.
It took us years to get my son to actually see a mental health specialist. It took years. You know.
Yeah.
Don't ignore our visitors. They've raised an important subject.
I did say it.
Yeah.
I did agree with him.
Smashed at home is a good idea.
Big Bear is probably replying to the channel, the thingy title, stream title, staying in is the new going out. It is cheap to get smashed at home, and we wouldn't be able to do this, seeing as we're all in different parts of the country. We wouldn't be able to do this.
Well, we are all in different parts of Trumley and numpty. I'm not in fucking London with the rest of you.
No, that's what I said, but we wouldn't be able to do this.
That's raise a good point, Tracy.
It's the same point that I made.
He does raise a good point.
You said... What did she say,
said yes,
Steve?
but no, but yes.
I said that we wouldn't be able to do this streaming
in different parts of the country. If we were in different parts of the country.
Oh, right. Well, I just got it wrong. Yeah, I meant we wouldn't be able to do this. No, we wouldn't be able to. We wouldn't be able to do this in a pub. We wouldn't be able to do this in a pub if going out to a pub, because we're in different parts of the country. So you've been diagnosed with depression and been given fluoxetine. When do you start taking those, and are you aware of the side effects? She must have explained how long it takes to kick in, and
she said 4 to 6 weeks. She said she's given me 4 weeks supply, and she said she doesn't expect to see any sort of results for about 4 weeks now. It'll be 4 weeks.
And also they do that to monitor to see how you're getting on, side effects and things as well, because it changes mood. It can also swing you the other way. And cause some people to become suicidal, and if she sent you away with 6 months worth, obviously that's not a good idea if you're suicidal. So, but they do monitor, and if you're getting on all right, it'll just become one of those ones where you call up or you email or whatever to get the next month's supply eventually.
That's what I was rendering, by the way.
I can't. Oh, right, okay.
Subscribe.
Keeping in with our football theme.
Oh, I see. Right, yeah, we've got 3 minutes left on the Argentina and Australia, with 2-1 to Argentina at the moment.
Blimey.
Yeah.
I haven't watched them. I'm not watching the match. How are Argentina playing? like the world champions they are, or like the top ranked team they are?
It's been a bit argy-bargy a couple of times. The refs just had to break up another.
Argy-bargy. Oh, dear.
Argy-bargy, yeah.
What?
Argentine, argy-bargy.
Argy-bargy, yeah.
Oh, if only the other one was India or something, that would be funnier. Argy-bargy.
No, argy-bargy with Argentina works. So there's been a few red cards handed out, has there?
No, I meant if they were playing... No red cards, just a bit of pushing and shoving and getting in each of the spaces. There's been some yellow cards. I'm not watching this last bit now. I just know that they've got less than 1 minute of ordinary time left, and I don't know how many of stoppage time. They're all getting quite excited. Let's see what's going on. We've hit 90 minutes. Not saying how long stoppage.
Okay.
1 minute.
Let me
7 minutes.
Given that you failed quite badly to explain the offside rule, let me ask you a question. Given the way that we've been playing lately, if we meet Argentina, what do you think?
Oh no, we'll lose.
All right, okay.
I'll be surprised if we get past
Senegal.
Tomorrow's.
Senegal, I think will win.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'll be surprised if we get past them.
Hang on, I said I think we'll win, and you said I'll be surprised.
No, I'll be surprised if we get past tomorrow's match.
I think we'll win tomorrow.
So I was agreeing with you.
I think. No, you would.
I think we'll scrape it. I do think we'll scrape it.
I think we'll raise our game. I hope we'll raise a game. I hope he plays Foden, and I hope he plays Grealish at the start of the game, not halfway through the second half.
2-1, I think, to us.
So I should be watching it anyway. So yeah, back to my depression. So the pain, unfortunately, the morphine's not working. I've got the tablets are slow release. I'm supposed to take one in the morning and one in the evening, and that's not working. It's not touching the pain. The Oromorph is working, but once I've had a dose of Oromorph, I'm away with the fairies, which I really don't like being. So I'm reserving that at night time so I can get some sleep. But that's...
Does the Oromorph not have a running time? Like, probably takes a couple of days to start kicking in, or is it sort of instant?
It's instant.
Well, I don't know, mate, because some, like, you take antibiotics, like they say, you might feel better, but complete the course.
Oromorph, within about 2 minutes of taking it, you're all the way with the fairies.
I don't know, I've never had to.
You can actually feel it. You can actually feel it. It's funny, right? You can actually feel it. It's like you take a dose, and my maximum dose is 20 milligrams, but I tend to take 10 because I don't like more. I tend to take 10, then if that doesn't work, I'll take another 10. But I could take 20 as a maximum dose. And I think it's 5%. I think it's 5% in solution. 10 milligrams. It's 10 milligrams morphine for every 5 mils of solution. So I'm actually taking 40 milligrams of morphine. 20 milligrams is my top dose. I can't take any more than that. Every 4 hours. I swallow it. It's got a horrible taste. I swallow it. And within about 2 minutes, right, it's like somebody's pulled a plug. It's like somebody's emptying a bath, right? And that bath is all your stress and all your emotion. And you just feel it drain away. It just, and all of a sudden you relax. You don't realise how tense you are. And it just, Have you ever had a tranquilizer, Mickey?
No.
It's a very similar, tranquilizer. You actually feel it working. Boom.
Andy used to, when he was suffering really badly with anxiety, he used to go to the doctor and beg them to give him something, and they'd be like, "Oh no, we don't really like to because you can get addicted." And that, and he's like, "Look, at the moment, I'm self-medicating with alcohol, and that's pretty addictive." And they were like, "Well, no." Anyway, it got to the point where he was going to hospital thinking he was dying because he was having panic attacks. And that's when the GP finally went, "Oh yeah, okay, we'll give you something." And they prescribed him diazepam. And that's exactly how he explained how when it kicks in, you can feel it just going.
Oh, yeah. Diazepam is also known as the gay sex drug. Did you know that?
No, I had no idea.
Right, as well as a tranquilizer, it's a muscle relaxant, and apparently, I don't know for certain because I've never tried gay sex, but apparently it relaxes the rectal muscles quite nicely.
Oh, I didn't know. I know that there's poppers, but I can't remember what's in that.
Nitrous something.
That's it.
No, it's
yeah.
diazepam is known as a gay sex drug. It's an illegal market for it because it relaxes the rectal muscles quite nicely.
Oh.
But apparently, I mean, apparently, according to the women I've spoken to, they prefer it when it's not relaxed. But there we go. There we go. But yeah, it is. It's like it's just like it just pours out of you, and you're just not quite there. It's I say I'm fuzzy. The pain obviously goes. Well, the pain hasn't gone. The pain's still there. What's happening is your brain has shut off your pain receptors, and it's shut off other receptors as well. And I really, really wouldn't like to drive or do anything complicated when I've had morphine. I don't feel quite with it. I can watch a television. I can watch a film. Right? When I've had a dose of morphine, I can watch a film. I couldn't tell you what the film's about. My short-term memory is shot to shit.
One of Andy's relatives had it was an elective surgery, so it wasn't like yours, had his gallbladder out this week, and ended up in intensive care because his heart was going all over the place. So that was just like, but I was saying to Andy, my God, by this stage, Steve was out, and Steve's got cancer and Steve was out of hospital. But now he was in intensive care for about 3 days or something ridiculous because they couldn't slow his heart down. So,
different people react to surgery different ways. As an aside,
he'd been on the he'd even had the time to be on the liver shrinking diet so that they could get to it and things, and just he woke up and found himself in intensive care.
As an aside, elective gallbladder surgery, right, generally is a day surgery. You're in that same day. The only reason I was in for 3 days was because of my chest. And the fact that they didn't want to. The reason they never operate. The reason they were training in the first place is because they didn't want to operate because of my bronchiectasis. Because with a chest problem, a general anaesthetic is a very dangerous thing. And I remember that even though I was in pain, I remember them coming around with a consent form before they operate. They said, "Look, there's only a 70% chance that you'll wake up from the anaesthetic. Are you willing to take the chance?" And I was in so much pain. I said, "Just fucking sign it. I'll take that chance."
Yeah.
I will take that. If you just stuck a cock on her tits.
I might have done.
You might have done, you might have done. So
apparently she likes it. I mean,
it's a rubber chicken. Oh right, okay. Oh yeah.
I prefer to think of it as a cock.
Yeah. So that was why I was in hospital for 3 days, because they checked my breathing afterwards, which is what's annoying me at the moment, because it's when I get out of breath, like when I've walked to the car or I've walked upstairs or I've had a shit. Yes, I know having a shit can get you out of breath, especially when you've had to have a good squeeze. Right? It gets me out of breath. It hurts. It only hurts when I'm out of breath or I talk too much. It hurts. I've got pain now, but I'm sitting quite still, so that's all right. And that's what's been getting me down. She said, "I'm not surprised you're going through chemotherapy. You're not having a good time with chemotherapy." She said, "The chemotherapy you're going through is one of the strongest chemotherapies. You've not had any other side effects is beyond me." She said, "I can see you're losing your hair." I said, "Oh, your eyebrows are going, by the way." And I said, "Yeah, I know. But they are going slowly, but they're going." She said, "You're losing your hair. The chemotherapy drugs aren't going to make you feel very well. You're not sleeping. You're in pain." She said, "It's not surprising you're depressed." So she said, "Try the Prozac for 4 weeks." And I'm only on a low dose. I'm on 20 milligrams per day, which is quite low. I believe the normal dose is about 100 milligrams per day. Somebody Google it. Mickey, Google it.
I can't remember, but I do know that they wouldn't start you on 100 anyway. They would slowly ramp it up because of the side effects issue.
What am I Googling?
Prozac dosage.
Prozac, yeah.
And she said, she also said that because I get regular blood tests, so that's not a problem. Because the other thing they insist on when you get Prozac now is regular blood tests, because it can change your calcium levels. But I get a blood test once every 3 weeks anyway, so my calcium levels will be monitored as it is.
Yeah, my Prozac time is about 22 years ago, 21, 22 years ago, and they didn't do blood tests for I was going to say pain relief. Then they didn't do blood tests for antidepressants back then.
It's normally for an adult, it's 22 milligrams a day.
Okay, that's what I want.
However, you may start at a lower dose and gradually be increased to the maximum dose of 60 milligrams a day.
I'm on 20.
60 is a maximum that you can go up to.
So basically, the doctor just said, she looked at my medical records and said, "You've never had depression before." I said, "No, I'm not the sort of person that gets depression," which is the wrong thing to say, because anybody can get depression. And she said, "Well, you're going through a lot." She said, I'm not saying that it's going to be long term, she said, but you do need something just to help you out a little.
Yeah.
So I accepted it, and I thought, if it helps me sleep, that's a bit better. But I mean, it's ridiculous.
That is the thing. If you're not getting any sleep, that's going to bring your mood down anyway. And then you can't get any sleep because you've got a low mood. And then it becomes a vicious cycle. And sometimes it's just a case of breaking that cycle. And if the Prozac helps you sleep and you get more sleep,
well, that's what I'm hoping for.
Hopefully that in turn will help your mood come back up again. But it's terrible.
Well, interestingly enough...
Sorry, Mickey. Go on.
No. Interesting enough, I just said 60 milligrams a day was the maximum. That's on the NHS website. Now, I just clicked on an American one, and it says 80.
The Mayo Clinic, by any chance?
No, it's some medicine, something or other. I can't remember. What was it called? Medscape.
There's their dosage.
I've got to be honest, Mickey, if the maximum dose is 60 milligrams and I was an American, I'd want to take 100 milligrams.
Well, yeah, you want to double it up at least, don't you?
At least, yeah. Would you like some Prozac with your firearms, sir? Yes, please.
Yeah.
Well, of course, like after about 4 weeks, you should be sort of thinking about whether you're having side effects, and you might be feeling a bit better. But some people do take 6 to 8 weeks for it to actually, because of the accumulative effect. It might take a bit longer. It might not. You never know. But then after a couple of months, you'll know whether it's working or not, and whether they need to change it to a different type.
I probably won't know if it's working or not. I bet Sean is the first one to know if it's working or not. But she was the first one to spot that there was something not quite right with me in the first place.
Yep.
You never spotted it.
No, I put it down to the steroids.
Okay.
Peeling you off the ceiling after having the high dose of steroids. Oh, he's been for his chemo. He's all bouncing around again.
I do. When I'm on those high dose steroids, I do bounce around. It's fucking. I really am running like it's like I really understand how speed works now. But 100 milligrams a day steroids, Jesus, I'm bouncing all over the place.
Also, don't forget, the thing is, we're not going to notice it as much as Sean, because Sean lives with you. Sean sees you day in, day out. She sees you at your worst. She sees you at your best. She sees you as you, who not on screen, not being. Not doing screen time. However much you can be as yourself on screen, you're still not the Steve that Sean sees. And so obviously she probably just noticed these little bits and pieces of changes, and not just she couldn't put it all down to he's tired because of chemo. So that's what I'm saying.
Concentration, that was the other clue. I find it's like I still haven't done the podcast. I'm halfway through it. Wednesday night's podcast. I haven't done it because I just sit down at the machine. I think, oh, fucking hell. I just can't be bothered. I just sit there. I just sit there for an hour and a half, just staring at the screen, doing nothing.
That's lack of motivation. That's lack of motivation, and
that's one of the signs of depression, apparently.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a biggie. If you previously had motivation and now you haven't got it, it's because I know you have. I know. Yeah. You were churning out podcasts and learning coding and everything like this. And if you find that that's gone or it slipped away, it's like, no, that's not Steve. That's not you. Oh, that's another. I bet if you've read the warnings of side effects for Prozac, it can cause sexual difficulties.
I pass that anyway, so it don't make a fucking lot of difference, does it? Mate?
Exactly. I was waiting for one of you to say, how's he going to know?
My face has always caused sexual difficulties.
I can't believe that, Steve. Now, it can actually cause, apart from erectile dysfunction, it can actually cause you to, it can feel weird when you get sexually aroused, and when you actually have an orgasm, it can either feel weird or you can't get there.
Does it cause? That.
Did you just come?
No. I was being funny.
I know, but it looked like you went, does it cause, oh.
I don't come like that, Tracy. I don't come like that. I swear a lot when I come. I do the slant-eyed buck teeth thing. Oh.
First time you did that, I thought, no, that sounds terrible. You've done it on stream. The first time you did that, I thought I was going to explode laughing.
That's not the normal effect I have on people when I come.
On stream, no, it's the face. On stream.
I like them to explode, but not from laughter.
I like Mickey's quiet raised eyebrows. Yeah.
Apparently I've got quite a good cum face, so I've been told, but I don't know. I've never seen it. I've been told. I know that I swear. I know that I swear a lot.
Yeah, but you can hear that, so.
And I know that I can't do it standing up because my knees give way.
Mm.
I don't know how these. I don't know how these men in the porn films do it standing up. I really don't. I can't.
It's probably got a lot of practice and some Viagra.
It goes. That's it. It's gone. The dopamine hits, and I'm just gone. And they don't seem to enjoy it really. Not like I do. They just don't seem to enjoy it in these movies. I watch these porn films sometimes. I think you're not really enjoying that, are you?
Well,
they just stand there, don't they, and spurt and nothing else.
No, do you know that's the one thing that I can't.
Do you know they actually employ people just for the money shot?
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah.
Also, they'll have had to have been staying erect for maybe 2 or 3 hours without actually getting there.
Yeah, well, they got the fluffers, didn't they?
No, yeah. I can't. I don't like that type of pornography because you just see that, and it's like, well, where's the woman's enjoyment? Basically, everything has led up to the man getting it out.
You want a bit of lesbo porn if you want to see a bit of women enjoyment?
Ah, it's also fake. Biting their
all
lips.
of it's fake. You don't think the men versus woman is bloody real, do you? It's all fake.
No,
it's
when
all
you
fucking
look at
shit.
When you look at some of the amateur stuff, they actually look like they're enjoying it. But when you look at the professionally made stuff, it's all like,
yeah, and they look at the camera.
Yeah.
Them stupid looks. No.
And then she gets a splat, and it's like, yeah, that's so exciting for a woman.
Yeah.
So what am I taking away from this conversation? That you two watch a lot of porn?
Well, I don't, because of the reason I just stated.
You don't watch it because...
It's also artificial. It's also artificial.
Huh? Yeah, exactly.
Why watch something I can do at home?
Yeah, Mickey makes his own.
Do I?
So Donatel's.
Have you got access to my fucking camera?
My camera.
Oh, blimey.
Whatever.
You realise this chat of porn's puts down to 2 viewers now, don't you?
Well, I can understand.
You would think we'd have lots of people coming in. Yeah, look, Best Pal's enjoying it.
How many hands are you enjoying it with, Best Pal? Needs to be asked. Yeah. Needs to be asked. So changing the subject rapidly, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why are you staying in and you going out?
Because it's Saturday night and we should be out and we're not. So it was just like just shushing it up a bit.
I can't be out on Saturday night. Never gone out on Saturday. I've never gone out on Friday nights. I've never gone out on Saturday nights because there's too many arseholes that go out on Friday nights and Saturday nights.
Well, down here it's normally Friday night the arseholes are out, and Saturday night is the more pleasant sort of what I call people like me who like to go out for a meal and then some wine or something after.
Did Best Pal just tell me to fuck off?
No, I think he wants to see the channel that we were just talking about. Making our own stuff.
Oh dear. No, we don't have a joint channel. No.
Oh, we do now. Look, he's gone. Is that what you wanted, best pal? Because me and Mickey aren't close enough to even simulate anything here. So, I'm doing it the wrong way. There we go. No, I was doing it the right way in the first place. Getting confused with him moving us around.
I've just come across an article. The police watchdog head, the head of the police watchdog, which is the IOPC. Now, this is the guy that decides whether to prosecute fucking police for wrongdoing. Has himself resigned because he's under investigation for historic allegations.
Oh.
So, how can somebody who's under fucking investigations?
Hang on a minute. Sorry.
Michael Lockwood resigned on the BBC. Michael Lockwood resigns amid investigations. Yeah.
Yeah. He's said he stepped down for personal and domestic reasons. Suella Braverman, who I think is a Justice Secretary, isn't she? Well, today she is.
She's a Home Secretary, isn't she?
Well, today she is.
Oh.
Don't know what the fuck she is tomorrow. Says she was forced to take immediate action after being made aware that Mr. Lockwood was the subject of a police probe into a historic allegation. So it does go all of. But how can somebody like him under investigation, in all conscience, fucking investigate others?
Yeah, I know. They're all the bloody same. Yeah. You were waving Budweiser around, Steve.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna change the subject tonight. You carry on.
Is that zero?
Huh?
Is that zero? No, it's not, because they ain't got the blue label.
No, it's full fat Budweiser.
Yeah.
The reason I'm drinking full fat Budweiser is because, as you know, I'm not a great drinker. People that I am, but I'm not. No, I'm not a great drinker, honestly, Mickey. I mean, throughout the whole of October, I had 1 pint.
Throughout the whole of October, I had 0.
In November, I had about 2 pints of beer and about 4 whiskies, and that was it. So I'm not the world's greatest drinker, except for Christmas. This time of year, the doctor also said, I'll tell you something else the doctor said. She said, why don't you also get yourself a daylight bulb? But I don't need to, actually. I can turn my studio lights to daylight. She said, there's something called seasonally affected disorder, where
S.A.D.
People aren't getting out. She said, in your case, because of your condition, you're not getting out so much. So you're not getting as much sunlight, and that could be part of the reason for your depression. But, like I said, my studio light has got a 4,700 Kelvin thing on it, and I've got it switched on daylight right now. It's actually switched to daylight. So I can do that. And she said about that. And she said, you know, it's people are staying indoors, it's a dark time, and that doesn't help.
Well, vitamin C can help.
Yeah, vitamin C can help, you're right. Yeah, vitamin C can help, you're right. But the reason September is a very dark month for me. It's a dark month for me because it's not only dark outside, it's December is a very dark month for me. December the 24th, Christmas Eve, 1971, my father was killed. December the 24th, 1995, my wife left me and the kids. December the 24th, 2013, I got told I've got cancer. So it's a very, very dark month for me. So I tend to drink, not to forget, but just to relax a bit more. I tend to be a bit more tense in December because of what's coming up. Very strange, right? My father died.
That might tie in with your depression, mate.
It might well do. The doctors did say
because of the thought of this oncoming, you know, that could be tied into that. But yeah,
Christmas for me isn't the most pleasant time. It's a time. All the bad memories in my life have been Christmas, and so when everybody else is celebrating and enjoying Christmas, all it does is remind me of all the horrors that have happened in my life. But I've never let that affect me and the kids. You know, I've always made sure they've had a good Christmas. You know, just because I'm a bit depressive around this time of year doesn't mean that I'm going to let it affect them. But yeah, December in the whole isn't a very good month at all. Got my mum's birthday coming up in 3 days. She died in 2018, or 2019. I forget which one now. One of the two. So that's another reminder about December. I've got my birthday coming up. And that's depressing because I'm going to be fucking 63. Oh. So the doctor did say that there's quite a lot of that going on as well. So she just said that she just felt that I needed something to help me through. And I tend to drink a bit more in December. Like I say, not because I'm. You're right, best pal. It's not a lucky day for me. Not because I'm a mad drinker, but I must admit, having a couple of beers at night, I do find is a great way to relax, and so I tend to drink a bit more in December. Which brings us nicely on to our Christmas party. The Woody Show Christmas party is going to begin on December the. I'll tell you in a couple of seconds. It's going to begin on Wednesday, December the 14th.
Woo.
So we will be gearing up for Christmas, and I've got lots of special little things coming. And Mickey's going to dress up as Santa. He's already got the beard and tash ready, as has Tracy, as you can see from her beard and tash.
Yep.
So it's Christmas starts on December the 14th. The reason Christmas starts.
No, I'm Rudolph.
Yeah.
I'm Rudolph.
Yeah. We weren't going to mention that great big fucking spot on the end of your nose, Tracy. Right, we were going to be polite, and we were going to not mention that great big fuck off massive red spot on the end of your nose.
It just goes to show that I don't wear foundation or makeup.
It looks like the carbuncle on the arse of an elephant.
Yeah, it is.
It's terrible. I look like, I'm looking at myself on screen, and I look like a whiskey drinker. You know when you get these old men who drunk so much whiskey.
I think you go into the doctor and say, Doctor, I've got this spot on my nose. And the doctor say, that's not a spot, that's fucking Chernobyl.
Oh dear.
Doctor, what are you going to do about this thing that's attached to my nose? No, can't do that. That's you. That's the rest of you.
You need to go to Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nout to squeeze at the moment, unfortunately.
Oh, she'll find something.
There's something like this.
Anyway, I don't know what you're on about. There's nothing to squeeze. I can see plenty of squeeze there.
Well, hey! Oh, God. I was channeling Keith Chegwin there. Yeah, go on.
So we're starting the stream on December the 14th because my birthday, December the 13th, and it was always a rule when I was growing up, and I like my parents for doing this, it was always a rule when I was growing up that we didn't start anything, Christmas decorations or anything else, until after my birthday, so that I could get a separate birthday for Christmas, because when you're born in December, when you're born just 12 days before Christmas, you tend to have to share Christmas and your birthday, whereas people who were born, say, September or June or July get a completely separate birthday to Christmas. And of course, when I was growing up, things weren't so good. So you couldn't have two parties, one on top of each other.
I know what you mean. Mine is 4 weeks before Christmas. And now what we've got is people saying, oh, I haven't been paid yet. And it's almost Christmas. But my brother, so I get that. My brother is Christmas Eve. So he just always gets forgotten. And my sister is just after Christmas, which means everyone is partied out, Christmased out. You know, it's like, oh, really? We've got to do another birthday. Oh, and so none of us really sort of get the benefit of a birthday. Although I did this year, it was really good. Rumour is if you turn the lights off, Tracy's spot glows in the dark. It does. A bit like Rudolph. It does. Anyway, yes, sorry, go on, Steve.
I bet, best pal, that's the only time you've seen a woman with a spot that glows in the dark.
It's the only time he's ever found a spot in it.
So we're gonna have our Christmas party, and we're gonna do. I'm gonna do all the special. I don't know if I'm gonna dress up with Santa or not. I don't know. I haven't got any Santa costumes. Might get a Santa. I'm gonna get a Santa ball hat, I think. But we'll be going. I'll be decorating the room for Christmas. And we'll be doing Christmassy things. I've got some things lined up for Christmas. In the special effects department. But other than that, that's when we're going to start acknowledging Christmas, and we'll maybe sing some carols and have a sing along. What do we think?
Yeah, we've got to do bad singing at Christmas.
Really?
Yep.
Yep.
You want me to sing?
Yep.
Yep.
You realise what you're letting yourself in for?
You've never heard me sing.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, I have. I have.
We a cappellaed all together, and it was atrocious, but funny. We did Bohemian Rhapsody, remember?
Yeah.
Ah.
Could you do it again?
What?
Come on, off you go.
What? What? Me?
Yeah. I forget how it starts. As soon as you start, I'll remember.
Is this the real life?
Life, is this just fantasy?
Come on, Mickey.
Caught in a landslide, no escape
Escape
from reality. Who's on
Open
easy
your
come?
eyes,
Look
look
up.
up to the skies and see.
See.
I'm
I'm
just a poor boy. I need no sympathy.
Because I'm
easy come,
easy
easy go, little high, little low. Hit me where the wind blows.
blows.
Does it really matter
to me.
to me?
To me.
Dun 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 dun. Mama. Oh, hello, Loto. Open your sign. That I think might be.
Mama just shot killed a man. Put a gun
Put a
against
gun
my head.
against its head.
Pull
Pull
my trigger now, I'm dead.
dead. Mama.
Am I
So,
being
yeah.
missed?
Oh, yeah.
Don't be a fucking
So,
twat.
yeah,
That's Tracy's job.
So, yeah. So thank you, Loto. Thank you for noticing. So, yeah, we will be doing some Christmassy stuff, and we will be
A
singing.
little silhouette of a man.
Scaramouche, Scaramouche, can you do the fandango?
Thunderbolt of lightning, very, very frightening.
Galileo.
Galileo, Galileo, Figaro.
Galileo Figaro.
Where did she go?
You should
I'm
be doing.
just a poor boy. Nobody loves
Loves
me.
him. He's just a poor boy from a poor family.
Him his life was monstrosity.
Monstrosity.
Why are you not doing this with an echo, Mickey?
Yeah. Lobe Tobe, you ought to meet Best Pal. He likes putting strange objects against the side of his head. Perhaps you should make a couple.
I don't know. Lobtobe and Loto could go together because one wants the gine opened and the other one wants a dong. So
Yeah. No. Best Pal likes setting fireworks off next to his. So if you join up with him, you can have a dildo next to the side of your head and he can have a firework against his head. And you've made a great pair. Anyway, that's enough of the singing.
yep, that got a few people in though.
It did. That's because we're such crap singers.
Oh,
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. We're just guessing the words.
You're just guessing the words, yeah. Just guessing the words. It's
You-
like I always when what's her name? Who sings "I Will Survive"?
Gloria
Gaynor. When that
Gloria
comes on, I just guess the words. And the other one is Frank Sinatra. When "My Way" comes on, I guess I make my own words up to that. The only bit I know is I did it my way.
I'm looking forward to like about what is it 11 days time we'll be able to make up our own words to the carol songs now as well.
Yeah. Now tell me, when you're driving along, right, and you hear a song on the radio, what are the songs that actually get you singing? I'll tell you what, the one that really gets me singing is, right, Bangles and Eternal Flame.
God, that's not only the one that gets you singing.
That's only because Susannah Hoffs is singing it, and you've got the hots for her, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Have you honestly have you watched her videos, right? When Manic Monday was #1. You have a look at her videos on you. She's got such a dirty look. She looks such a dirty bitch. It's unbelievable. Oh, just I could almost ejaculate just watching her. She's got such a look, especially when she says, especially when she talks about the bedroom. He says in his bedroom voice, "Come on, honey, let's go make some noise." And the look she gives the camera sends a shiver down my spine. She's still good looking now. She's in her 60s, but she's still good looking now.
She's in her 60s. I guess she must be. But bloody hell.
She's in her 60s. Bangles, Eternal Flame was in the 80s.
No, Eternal Flame was about
Am I only
86.
dreaming? Is this
It's
burning?
burning.
An eternal
Eternal
flame.
flame.
So she's in her 60s.
Sunshine. She was born in 1959. So yeah.
Same as me.
63.
Yeah. But when Manic Monday was #1, she was very, very attractive. Very attractive. I remember watching her on Top of the Pops and thinking, "Oh my god!" But that was back in the 80s.
I remember them in the charts in the 80s. I remember the Walk Like an Egyptian. Na, 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 na. Oh,
I just remember Manic Monday and Eternal Flame. I thought Eternal Flame was a brilliant song.
Oh, I loved it.
Complete departure from what everybody else did and what they'd done previously.
Sunshine through the rain, my whole life's all on me. Come and ease the pain. I remember it. I love it. That was my favourite one of the Bangles.
My only dreaming is this burning and eternal flame. Close your eyes, give me your hand, etc.
Can you imagine if the song "Give me your hand," etc.
Yeah, well, I can't remember the rest.
Can you feel my cock beating?
What did you say?
Do you understand?
Can you feel my heart? Yeah, can you feel my heart beating?
She said cock.
Do you understand?
Can you feel my cock throbbing? Or something.
That's the answer, Mickey. The answer is cock robbing.
Yeah.
No, seriously, the answer. The question is, what's that up my arse, Batman?
Oh dear. Right.
So yeah, we'll be singing some Christmas. We'll start our Christmas countdown, I think, with the 12 days of Christmas on December the 14th. But it'll be 11.
Yeah, we won't be on Christmas Day. I doubt we'll be on Christmas Eve.
Let me just check what days they fall on.
Christmas Eve is a Saturday, but I will have quite a lot to do, and I don't know if I might be able to do an hour, but I'm not sure. I don't know about you, Mickey. What do you do on Christmas Eve normally?
What do? I make mince pies.
He sits in the garden with a fishing rod.
Oh, I make mince pies. I make sausage rolls. I cook my turkey on Christmas Eve.
There we go. Yeah.
We got turkey and pork this year. We had turkey and beef last year. We've got turkey and pork this year. So I should be cooking because our oven's not big enough to cook everything on Christmas Day. Not unless we want it about fucking 9 o'clock at night when the kids are in bed, So I tend to cook my turkey the day before. And I always make my own mince pies. It goes back to when the kids were little. When the kids were little, I used to get them up round the table and roll out the pastry and let them do all the cutting and the filling. And
God, that's so cute. That's so cute.
And now they're grown up. It's still, Dad, you've got to make mince pie. So every year I find it a bit of a chore now doing it on my own because it's not so much.
Can you have your granddaughter over on Christmas Eve to help you?
Oh God, no.
Ah.
No, they do their own things at home, their own. But they'll be here Christmas Day. I've got them all here Christmas Day. There'll be 9 of us here Christmas Day. Which is what I like. I like the family to come, have a big family meal and that on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll be doing. But yeah, Christmas Eve is my cooking night. So.
What about you, Steve? What do you do on Christmas Eve?
Mind you, having said that, by 9:45, I've probably just about finished. I might be sort of in and out, getting stuff out of the oven. But I'll probably do the sausage rolls and mince pies in the afternoon, and then it's just a matter of keeping an eye on the turkey in the evening.
I do the most sensible thing possible on Christmas Eve.
You get completely drunk.
No, I keep out of Sean's way.
That is sensible. Donna keeps out of mine because
we don't have a turkey. We don't have a turkey. We have a turkey crown. Because to be honest, turkeys are they're actually quite wasteful turkeys. So we have a turkey crown.
Well, I ain't because I use the carcass and boil it up and make a turkey stew.
Yeah, but we used to do that in the old days. We used to do that, but honestly, Mickey, I get a bit fed up with having turkey after day after day. But what we've got is turkey.
We've got a rule. We've got a rule in this house. It's turkey is Christmas Day, Boxing Day. Whatever's left gets slung, except for the carcass and bits and pieces that I chuck in a stock pot, and boil up. we'll probably have a stew 2 or 3 days later, you know. But yeah, I know what you mean about getting fed up with it. We all do, but
turkey.
My kids and grandkids are insistent that's what they want.
Yeah.
We've got turkey, gammon, and pork. But I've got my daughter and my grandchildren coming over. My daughter's nearly 40, and her oldest is 18, and her youngest is 16. So they're not really children anymore. They're adults. I mean, her oldest, he's like 6'3". I can't believe how tall he is. 6'3".
I cook off a gammon joint for tea if anybody wants any, but 9 times out of 10, nobody wants anything at tea time. You know, just some bloody what we call pick and mix. You know, which are your sausage rolls and your mimosas and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Your salady type stuff. You know, we have a sort of tea time. It's just on the table.
I tend to have cold meats and pickles. You know, a bit of cold turkey from dinner,
and that sort of thing.
Bit of gammon, bit of that, and that reminds me. I must tell Sean to get some. We've got no. I do love silver skin pickled onions. We haven't got any of that in the house.
Oh, I got some. I bought some the other day in Aldi's.
A mustard pickle. Must have some mustard pickle. Incidentally, if you're going to Aldi's this week, they've got some Airfix kits on special offers, Mickey.
Have they?
Oh. Yeah, $6.99, less than half price.
In Aldi's?
Yeah, and Lidl.
Yeah, they've got because being Christmas, obviously there's they could call it a toy spectacular or something, on the middle aisle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the middle.
They've both got like toys and crafts and games and things.
So you can get an Airfix kit, a trolley jacket, and an aqualung.
Yeah, that's not bad, is it?
All for less than a tenner.
Yeah.
Kind of good. Well, can you get a wetsuit?
If I
could do my Airfix in a wetsuit, and I wouldn't get me fucking glue all over me clothes, would I?
Are you not going to do that model you bought?
Probably.
Right.
Eventually. The more you keep pestering about it, the longer it's going to take me.
The Welsh have got this expression, right? And I love it, right? It makes no sense at all. I'll do that right now in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to say that, and I don't.
I'll do it. No, I'll do it just now in a minute.
Yeah.
It makes absolutely no sense at all. I love it. I'll do it just now in a minute.
Yeah, and you see those 2 houses in there, over there? Well, we live in the middle one.
Yeah.
But I'm like that. If someone nags me about something, it's like because you brought it back to the front of my mind, it now can go to the back of my mind because I don't want to think about it now that you've reminded me.
I play games with the Welsh.
Don't make me laugh.
And when he's on the map there, I'll go, "Where are you?" He say, "I'm by you." I said, "Where the fucking hell do you mean by you?" He means over here.
At least it's not Welsh, right? Because Welsh have exactly the same word for ear, year, and here.
Yeah, by year.
Didn't you say that he was Welsh, Mickey?
Yeah, I know he's Welsh.
No, that's what I said. I thought I'd zoned out there for a minute because you said he's Welsh, and then Steve said, "Well, it's lucky he's not Welsh."
He is.
They've got the same word for ear, year, and here. It gets really confusing.
Yeah.
What year is it? My left ear. No, what year? What do you mean over here? What year? It is. It's the same word. Ear.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Mickey?
Yeah.
You know whether they're saying here, year, or ear. And so it's my oldest daughter coming over for Christmas with her 2 kids, and I've got my youngest son here Christmas Day with his 2 kids. They're 16 and 13. So 13 will be the youngest in the house. So I don't think we'll have Christmas mince pies because none of us really. I'm not a great lover of the really sweet things, Mickey. I used to when I was younger.
Like I say, I'm stuck into making them because that's what everybody wants me to do now. It's not Christmas without Dad's mince pies. So
okay.
And even the grandkids like them. They'll come round and have a couple. I only make 24 now, so.
Yeah, we'll have.
Take them home with you, you know.
we'll have some beer and we'll have a bit of Christmas pudding, but that's about it. It's not like the old days where the kids would wake you up at fucking silly o'clock.
No.
In the morning, no. So all the kids are grown up, and I doubt very much whether my 6'3" grandchild believes in Santa anymore. I don't even think I don't even think the 13-year-old one does.
Oh dear, you're in pain now.
Oh, fuck.
Our 8-year-old does. Our 8-year-old granddaughter, she does.
Yeah,
I'm not going to spoil it for her.
My 8-year-old grandson does. I think my 14-year-old grandson, he just turned 14. I think he's just grown out of it. Last year he was still a bit like, because obviously they were keeping up the pretense for his brother.
Yeah.
I think my 11-year-old niece might just have grown out of it, but because she's got a baby brother, 3-year-old brother, she's still got the magic of it.
Yeah, they keep the magic for
Yeah,
them, yeah.
exactly. So, but they're all growing. Mind you, I've got the baby grandson now, so it's going to be a few more years of being able to have Father Christmas.
Yeah, we got the 2-year-old. But she's still not aware of what's going on around her.
Oh. I can't remember if you said whether she has got autism or they think she has.
We don't know. She's due a 2-year check. She's just turned 2 now, so she's due a 2-year check, and hopefully they'll.
Yeah.
Because she's not even talking or anything yet, and she's off in her own little world most of the time, you know. Unless something comes on the telly that she wants to watch, and then she'll. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's right.
Yeah. No, I mean,
They're all individuals. They'll all develop at their own, their own speed.
Oh no!
Singing the same old song. I know every crack in these dirty sidewalks abroad. Hustle's the name of the game. It's not even in the same key. The snow and the rain. It's not even in the same key. That's in the key of D. And Rhinestone Cowboys in the key of C.
Oh God, I'm just trying to think of what always gets people. The summer loving, having so fast. That always gets people singing.
Summer Nights Karaoke.
That's the one, yeah.
Do 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 do.
Loving happy at last. Crazy for me. Summer days drifting away. All the hope of summer. We got a friend.
Oh, that's it, yeah. Sit down.
I see the love feeling ground.
He showed up, flashing around.
Summer fun, something beyond. Oh, you said it got everybody singing and you didn't actually fucking sing.
You what?
You just went.
Who?
You didn't even sing the ladies' part at all. You missed out off of it, but what others?
Did nobody hear me singing?
No. You said it got everybody going. Look, they've all gone.
Well, yeah, but I was singing. That's probably why.
I'm certainly not.
I was singing. Like, does he have a car?
Well, that's not the woman's part, was it? That was the chorus.
The only bit I like is wonder who she's screwing now. Summer dreams ripped at the sea. So summer now.
Tell me more. Tell me more. Did you hear me that time?
We've lost all our fucking audience, right? I don't know what you've done there.
But yeah, we'll have to have a karaoke night, but we'll plan the songs in advance that we all know what we're doing. Sweet Caroline's one that always goes off well at karaoke.
Oh, fucking hell, I hate that song.
Da da da. What would you do at karaoke, Mickey? Apart from Run Away, what song would you do?
No, I do chasing. When I do karaoke, I do chasing cars.
No, she said, what do you do in karaoke, not at Battersea Dogs Home?
I'll do a few. Yeah.
I've got to say, Eris,
my favourite, Eris House, what's your favourite song?
Yeah, I'm
what's
just
your
about to answer it. My favourite one is Rhinestone Cowboy, I think. I do like that song.
But my favourite is probably, you might find it a bit obscure, it's an 80s song by Spandau Ballet, and it's Through the Barricades.
Oh.
And that is because, I mean, I actually, it was written about when it would, it's written about Northern Ireland, and one of their crew got killed in Northern Ireland, or a friend of theirs or something got killed in Northern Ireland. And having served in Northern Ireland, it just struck a chord, really. So, yeah, I like that one. And What Can I Sing? Over the Hills and Far Away is what I can sing.
Well, I truly cannot sing, Eris. I really am tone deaf, and you should probably hear. I really cannot sing at all. But if I'm going to sing, I do enjoy it. Rhinestone Cowboy, I think.
I used to do Robbie Williams' Angels as well, but I can't get the higher notes now. So that's all to do with age and smoking and whatever. Yeah, I can't get up there now.
I don't think I've got a favourite song, and I really can't think of what my favourite song to sing is, because it all depends on how I'm feeling. I've got a wide range of things that I enjoy. I like songs that I can really have a good belt out at, so like you can hold a note and belt it out. So I used to love trying to do Celine Dion and stuff like that, but honestly, it's such a wide range that sometimes it's nice just to sing a pop song, and then other times it's nice to try to out Celine Dion herself. But yeah, such a wide range of things that I couldn't pinpoint.
There's one that I like to do, and if Canadians and Americans won't recognise the group because the Carpenters had it as a #1 in the States, but the better version is by Herman's Hermits. There's a Kind of Hush.
All over the world. I did. You know, I used to like the world.
You can hear the sound.
I think Peter Noon. I think if I remember right, Peter Noon was
carefully.
one of the youngest. He was only about 16, I think, when they released that, if I remember rightly.
I guess we all like music from our formative years. I mean, my formative years.
70s and 80s is my sort of era. To be fair,
mine was 1970s. 1970, 1980 is my musical era, which started off with Violet and January being #1 on the 1st of January 1970.
January, don't be sad, don't be angry with me. You make me sad.
I can't even name the #2 from that year.
You're telling me lies. I love that.
Chicory Tips, Son of My Father.
Son of my father.
Drowning and surrounded by the. I can't remember the words.
Yep.
I love January though. That song January. I remember hearing that throughout my childhood, and it was just one of those ones that I loved so much. And then obviously, what happened? The 80s came along, and then the 90s and things, and that kind of like drowned out. And it was one of those songs that I just kept going through my head. And I must find it. And then I did. I was like, oh, and of course YouTube came along. YouTube was brilliant for you sitting there going, now what was that song? And you try to remember the lyrics, and then you find it on YouTube and play it again and again because, oh my God, I've not heard this for like 30 years. So that's one of the...
I'm sorry, Eris, I completely disagree with you. I find that modern music is crap. Absolute shit. They use maybe 3 notes, and there's one song that came on the radio yesterday that had just 3 notes in it, and it just repeated the same sentence over and over again for nearly 5 minutes. I changed the radio station in the end. I thought, obviously, the CD or whatever it is, it got stuck, but no. And I've always said this, right? In 50 years' time, right, people will still be singing the Beatles songs. Nobody will be singing the songs from 2022 in 50 years' time. So that's how uncatchy and unimaginative modern music is. I mean, you don't even hear people singing songs from 3 years ago.
I
Whenever you go to a party, it's always the old classics that come on. You can
most
guarantee
music
it.
these days have got the sound very samey to me.
Oh, you just one song.
There are some, don't forget though, Eris is across the pond. We might only be being fed the bullshit stuff. They might be getting the good stuff. There are some that do stand out, and I can't even remember their names now. But there's the lady who I wanted to say Pixie Lot, but it's not Pixie Lot. What's her bloody name? I'll have to go and have a look in a minute. She is only something in her early 20s, and she's doing really, really well. And there's some of her stuff I like, and also I like the ones that sound a bit like they should have come from the 80s. The ones that have got like the synth sounding. There's Da, 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 da. That one, and I can't remember what that one's called. I can't remember the names of them. I can remember the names from the 80s stuff, but so I'm just wondering where.
There's an app you can get that if you drew that into it, it'll identify
Yeah,
the song.
I know. I'm going to go and have a look at my YouTube in a minute, and I'll pick it up and remember. But I honestly,
I think you're thinking of Billie Eilish.
That's it. Thank you. That's the one. Billie Eilish. Now she's doing really well. I like some of her stuff. I have liked some of Sam Smith's stuff. Yeah. I can't remember.
Sam Smith was all right till he got too far up his own fucking arse.
But honestly, it may well be that us in Britain, we're being fed our own bullshit back to us, which is pretty horrendous. And USA have got all the best tunes at the moment, or something. I must have a scoot around and have a listen, because Eris is talking from she's saying 2022's got some great music, but we're not hearing it here. So
I'll tell you something. I was out the other day.
It's a generational thing anyway, isn't it?
No, it's not a generational thing, because I saw some kids. I was out the other day, and I was listening to some kids on a street corner. They were actually, these are kids, they're 15 and 16-year-olds. They were singing Don't Stop. All right? Obviously, Christine McVie being big news on the day. These were 16-year-olds, and they knew the lyrics to Don't Stop.
Yeah.
1977, 1976, that was a hit.
Oh, yeah, it must have been, yeah.
And they knew the lyrics. They knew the song. They weren't even born when it was a hit, when it was number one, but they knew the song. You've not got any modern artist that's going to have that sort of impact on anybody nowadays. Ever, you know? In 20 years' time, people say, who the fuck was Adele? What was she famous for? She set fire to the
I
rain.
can't stand her music. It's music to slit your fucking wrists by that.
I know, but yeah.
Huh?
You know,
she's always trying to grab some fucker else's husband or something. Huh?
But it's you know, people just won't know. But I couldn't believe that these kids knew Don't Stop. My granddaughter, who's 10, right, knows ABBA songs.
It's totally modern.
On me.
Take on me.
Take me up.
Take on me.
I'll be gone
in a day or two.
Yeah, that's a bit I can't do anymore.
But yeah, that's
so
my attempting to sing's actually really set my side off now. What bit have you clipped? Somebody's clipped, Tracy. What have you clipped?
I didn't clip anything.
Oh, somebody's clipped us.
Is it us singing?
So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late.
As we're walking on by. Best pal.
The soul slides away. Don't look back in anger.
No.
I heard you say.
What'd you say?
Hello, puppy.
Oh, I see.
What? Sorry, I was singing while I was making me
No,
tea.
that's all right.
How are you, Mickey? Blur or Isis?
I'm more of an Oasis person than a Blur, although I did like They Lived in a House, a very big house in the country, which was a Blur
Song
song.
2 was their best.
Who was
But he went on to do the Gorillas, didn't he?
who was the other one with the very thin guy? It was Blur, Oasis, and
Oh, you're talking about yeah, with the glasses.
that's it.
Ah, fucking hell.
Not the Smiths.
No.
Yeah, no.
With Michael Jackson.
Elvis Costello.
No.
No.
He was around the time. The band was around at the same time as Blur and Oasis, and they was sort of like in a three-way kind of band off. There was Blur, Damien Albarn, Oasis with the Gallagher brothers, and this one.
Oh, fucking hell, I can picture it.
Obviously, it was so popular that you can't remember anything that they did.
Yeah, one will come to me because I can see him. It's no, not Tom Jones.
No.
About the something down the hall. I mean,
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, hang on, I know how to do it. Michael Jackson.
But then I'm so sad. I used to love Dire Straits.
It was Pulp.
There we go. Well,
Never heard of them.
Thing in the hole.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, you.
Common People was their.
That's it.
Sorry?
Common People, I think, was their.
Thinking love with the common people.
Oh, Pulp, Jarvis Cocker.
That's it.
Yeah, Jarvis.
I thought you said Pump. Jarvis Cocker, yeah, called Jarvis Cocker, yeah. I thought you said Pump. Yeah, Pulp. No, Jarvis Cocker. Yeah.
I haven't heard any of the newer ones, Eris. No. But some of the original Gorillas, yeah. I quite like them, to be fair.
I've got a question, right? How long do you think it's going to take us to become an overnight success?
Same as everybody else, about 10 years.
Yeah, about 10 years.
Because I saw an interview with a YouTuber the other day, and he said, "Yeah, he said he honestly dead serious, right? He said, yeah, it took me about 5 years to become an overnight success." And I'm thinking, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It took you 5 years to become a success, not an overnight success. He had no idea what an overnight success. He had no idea what an overnight success means. So, there we go. So I'm sorry, I'm generationally, I'm a bit out. I mean, I like I said, when they were watching Pulp and Oasis and Blur, I was into Space and Fastball, and before that, I was into Dire Straits and Madonna and.
You know why you was out in space? It was all that shit you were smoking.
You're not wrong there either.
Spaceman, always wanted you to go.
See, now I like that.
Into Spaceman.
He actually did. He was in Norwich the other day, and he actually did a surprise fucking bit of busking in Norwich the other
Yeah, I
day.
heard that. I've read that.
Sam,
somewhere.
whatever his name is.
Intergalactic.
Can't remember his last name. But he can actually sing that live.
Anyway, changing subject, right? Strep A.
Yeah.
I know what that's about. Those are very sad about those 6 school children.
It can turn to scarlet fever. And my question is, because I haven't looked into it, is it the media pushing up the fact that this happens every year, but we're just the media? Like, does it happen every year, but the media is making a big thing about it? Or do we have some kind of super strain of scarlet fever or strep A that we don't know about? So,
Or is it the fact that people these days aren't inoculating their kids?
I actually think it's the exact opposite, Mickey. I'll come back to that in a second. I think the media are over-reporting it. I think we've always had things like staphylococci and strep A. It's always been about, and people will always die from it. And I think it's just a case of the media over-reporting it. And I think what has basically happened, if nothing else, is we've gone too stupid with cleaning and disinfectant and bacterial products. I mean, I was watching it on TV the other day, and there was a load of television adverts come on, kills 99% of all germs. Keep your loo spotless. Wipe all your surfaces down with these wipes. Use this alcohol-based hand wipe, kill all germs. And I thought, I used to drink water out of a garden hose when I was a kid.
So did I.
You know, it's I forgot the number of times that I've come off my bike and ended up eating a mud pie.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and you think we disinfect. We are obsessive to the point of hygiene nowadays that we disinfect and we kill everything. So it's no wonder these kids suddenly get attacked by Strep A because they built no immunity to it. Because what we've done is we've spent our whole time destroying it everywhere.
Plus, we've just come out of the back of COVID where you got to sanitize everything and wash everything.
Yep.
They've been indoors for, I know they've been back at school for a while now, but still no immunity has been built up in those up to 2 years where they weren't going to school and mixing with other little snotters. I remember about 30 years ago, there was a massive upsurge in scarlet fever, and it wasn't a dangerous thing as long as you kept an eye on what was going on. Obviously, if your child was having breathing difficulties or whatever, then you had to go to the doctor. But what it was presenting as was a rash and like a flu-like illness in most kids. And I remember loads of kids have it. I think both of my kids had it. All their friends had it. They were all like 2, 3, 4. And it wasn't a big deal any more than German measles was. I know German measles is dangerous to pregnant women.
It's a pretty big deal if you're pregnant.
No, I just said that. No, it's a big deal if you're pregnant, but in kids, it doesn't affect you as much as measles does. So scarlet fever at the time was like that. You know, it's rare to get hospitalized. And I was wondering if we're just hearing now of the sad but relatively rare cases.
Well, no, I think that we've always had Strep A. We've always had those, like I say, the two big ones are Staphylococci and Strep A. They've always been with us, but I think that we're seeing more of it now for the very reasons that I just said. Because, like you just said, going in and out of COVID, we've been almost obsessive with wiping our arses and our hands, haven't we? And you know,
I've always wiped my arse.
Yeah, well, not like the start of COVID. I can't believe that we had a shortage of bog rolls. Like, what the fuck was all that about? Why were people buying toilet rolls of all the things to buy, right? If you think about it, right, your arse is. If you think about it, right, what you should be doing is you should be washing your hands before you touch your arse, because your arse is probably cleaner than your hands ever are.
Yeah. And I back at sorry, Eris, I see your comment.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, Eris. Exactly that.
Yeah. At the start of COVID, when everyone was panic buying the toilet rolls, I did have enough toilet rolls. I didn't panic buy it. I just had enough toilet rolls anyway because I had a little, you know, some backup, let's say, for when the supermarket didn't deliver me any. But I said to my girls, don't worry, because, I mean, they weren't panicking, but you can use a flannel and you wring it out, you wash it out afterwards. And both of my daughters were going, we've got enough odd socks. I said, exactly, just don't flush them down the toilet. So searchers...
You can just give yourself a wedgie.
Research has shown that children may actually benefit from exposure to germs, offering greater protection from illnesses.
I agree completely with Eric.
I know, I'm reading it out, for the stream. Allergies and other autoimmune diseases later in life, but 99% of immunity is built up in your body before age 1, and babies put everything in their mouth. But like if you were born during COVID and your parents were too careful, you may not have had as many immunities. Yeah, well, exactly, yeah. Yeah, there was tissues, still tissues. And like I said, everybody's got cloths at home. You know, obviously don't use the same dishcloth that you've used on your bum, but it goes in the washing machine anyway. But yeah, exactly. So these children who are dying now are in their very 4, 5, 6, something like that. So they will have gone through the COVID bit during the time that they were a toddler, when they should have been putting mud and God knows what in their mouths. So yeah. I just managed to break my pen. I got so excited, I just broke my pen. So, Mickey, go on, your thoughts?
Well, no, I just think that I think technology has got a lot to do with it as well, because people are indoors more, with phones and computer games and everything. I mean, I hate saying this, but back when we were young, you'd be out, wouldn't you, playing in the dirt, playing with your mates, and being subject to lots of different things.
Lots more
Nowadays, people are
lots more access to open spaces as well.
exactly.
So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. You were out there.
Yeah.
You know, and I hate saying things like that because, you know, oh, back in the old days and that, but people were more out. Now you'll find that kids are more indoors on their, because they can still communicate with their friends through their little smartphones and their computer games, you know, their Xboxes and their PlayStations, and so then they're not getting as much outdoor, so they're not getting into contact with all these germs, viruses, whatever. So I think that might be added into it, you know, and like you say, Steve, with everybody sort of cleaning and everything. I mean, we've always had domestos kills 99% of all known germs, but it didn't kill COVID because it didn't know about it, did it? So that must be the 1%. But yeah,
COVID's not a germ, though, is it?
Well, it isn't. It's a virus, but you know, well, yeah, that's basic. That's basically what I think is that they're not exposed to it as much as we used to be, because of it's lifestyle, isn't it? Really.
No,
Yeah,
I agree with Eris has touched on the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, we've weakened our own kids.
Yeah.
With our obsession with, I mean, I must admit, I didn't go out and buy any toilet roll during COVID. Not a bit.
Nor did
I don't need to.
Other than my normal ones. Well, no, it's all right for you. You got an hose pipe that shoots up your ass.
Yeah, I've got a toilet that washes my bum. It's great. It washes my bum with warm water. So,
and then it fucking blow dries it and gives him a perm round his fucking pubes when he had some.
I don't have any pubes anymore.
No, that's what I said, when you had some. But yeah. We had the Black Plague, lots of plagues, yeah, and we still got through it. And
you can still catch the plague from
rats.
Rats. And that. They still carry them. I think
Yanis pestis.
Who?
The Latin name for the Black Death is called Yanis pestis.
I thought you were talking about some foreign bloke then.
Yanis pestis.
I see. The thing is, I think that
Yanis is a common Greek name for John, or their version of John. Yanis.
Eris said we had the Black Plague, and you know everyone was exposed to germs. Yes, this is the thing. Everyone was exposed to germs and viruses, and people didn't realise about exactly how they were being passed on and how people got contaminated and how water supplies got contaminated, all stuff like that. But there's a difference between washing your hands and being obsessive about it. I've known people who have been obsessive about, the old saying is wrapping your child in cotton wool. You know, they're not allowed to play normally or get dirty normally or anything like this. So because it's bad for them. So they keep them ultra clean. And I think that perhaps we've got so many people keeping their kids ultra clean and bacteria and virus free that it's actually doing the opposite. But also, I agree with Steve is in the sense that I think it might be some media hype. So yes, it's terrible. It's terrible that the kids are dying, but the actual reporting of it wouldn't have happened 30 years ago. It's happening now because it's the latest thing that we have to be scared about. What was the one that we had? Oh, the monkeypox. We were supposed to be scared about monkeypox. That happened, and then we had something recently, and it's just kind of like it's like controlling the population, not population control, but controlling the population. We've got to be constantly scared about something so that we are malleable. We can be controlled by the people telling us what to do. I was so careful over COVID. My dad did not give a shit. He never got sick. He never does. He literally still drinks from hoses, eats apples right off the tree without rinsing it. I swear it's unfair. Eating apples off the tree without rinsing is fine as long as no animal has been peeing all over it and stuff. And if it's up in the air, it'll only be a bit of bird poo anyway. Apples right off the tree is good because what you're actually
as long as they're not sprayed with bloody pesticides.
Exactly, and then that's not natural. That's not a natural
No.
thing. But if you're picking it off, it's a proper organic tree, and you're picking it off the tree. What you're actually eating is wild
I'd still
yeasts.
do that. I'd still do that.
Yeah, what you're actually eating is wild yeast, which is actually good for you. It's good for your gut. So, goes around people all the time, no mask ever. It annoys me, but I've never seen him sick in my life, and I get a cold like twice a year. But your dad was born in 1968. Oh, do you know? Don't make me feel old. I'm about his age.
68. She's still a young pup.
Oh my
I
God.
was born 12 years before that. Yeah, well, the trees in his yard. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's when you go blackberry picking, you've got to make sure that you don't pick the ones that the dogs might have pissed on, and you don't pick the ones that are next to a main road because they'll be covered in pollution. But if you find a spot which is high enough that dogs haven't peed on and that it's not in the direct line of exhaust fumes, then great. So
I didn't care when I was a kid. I'd eat any blackberries, no matter what height they were. I didn't even.
Yeah,
give a
we
thought.
used to. Yeah.
I didn't give a thought whether a dog had pissed on it or not.
It's not just dogs, is it? There's wild animals and that foxes and
I didn't.
and
rabbits. You're saying that, Mickey, right? I got a laugh, right? The other day I was coming back from. I went out to my local Christmas fair in my wheelchair, and I was coming back, right? And on the pavement there's this turd, right? And somebody has circled it with chalk and put underneath it. Pick it up, right? And I went back indoors and I got a bit of chalk and I come back out and I wrote underneath it the immortal words. This is fox poo. Sorry.
yeah,
I honestly thought it was dog shit that somebody had left on the pavement. I mean, it's fox poo. There is a difference. I can tell the difference.
yeah. I've said that. I've said this before. You can tell the difference between fox poo, cat poo, and dog poo. And cats cover theirs up because they don't want predators knowing where they are. Dogs, it's a different size, and foxes just
shit where they like. Yeah, they don't care.
Exactly. They don't care.
When our dog was a pup, we had to stop her from eating her own. I don't know if it's a throwback to the wild where they clean up after
themselves. It is. Yeah.
But she doesn't do it now. But as a pup,
my German Shepherd did that, Mickey. But that's their job, to keep the sheep shit away from predators. So she'd eat her shit and everybody else's shit.
And it's to give them immunity. They ingest a bit of E. coli or whatever, and it boosts their immunity. But it's a bit of everything, bit of the covering it up.
She doesn't, like I say, she doesn't do it now. But when she was pup, oh fucking hell! Don't eat that, you little shit bag.
But I'm hungry, Dad.
Yeah.
And this one tastes like biscuits.
Oh, she's forever hungry. As soon as you go in the kitchen, she's fucking there.
Oh.
I'm just putting some tweets out, inviting people to come and. I'll give you the text of the tweet. Live on Twitch right now. If you've got a question you've always wanted answered, come and ask us. The best talk show ever, hosted in London. Oh, there we go. We don't have bears in this country, Eris. The largest wild animal we've got in this country is a boar. And there's only very few of them. Or is it a deer? What do you reckon, Mickey? Deer or boar?
I think the most aggressive is probably a boar.
Yeah, but the largest is the deer.
We have still got red deer up in the Highlands.
Yeah, we've got red deer down here. We've got red deer at Knoll Park in Sevenoaks. I think the largest is a deer. Yeah, the largest wild animal in this country is a deer.
And I do believe that they're re-releasing wolves back into Scotland somewhere.
Oh, so
and
cool.
lynx.
Yeah, lynx. Yeah.
I think
which we wiped out in the past. Grey foxes, I think, are coming.
I've never
grey wolves are coming back.
I've never seen a deer. I'm not sure if I've even seen a badger, but I've seen quite a few foxes.
No, we don't have mountain lions.
No mountain lions. We've got no major predators in this country.
Yeah. We've eaten them all.
No, we've just got no major predators in this country. No, mainly Canada's. I know you have lots of bears and moose. I mean, we don't have any major.
Moose is the size of a fucking house.
They're massive.
Things.
We've never had predators in this country. I think, like I say, that the foxes are a scavenger. Deers aren't a predator. And I think the biggest wild boar. I wouldn't class a wild boar as a predator either.
No,
Not a
No, we've got
predator, no,
eagles and buzzards. They're the largest predators we've got.
The one
Probably a buzzard.
The one you've got to watch out for, which is what we talked about the other day, are cows. Now I know cows aren't wild, but what I mean is that if you get a cow or a herd of cows that are scared, your life is in danger. You're more likely to be killed by cows than you are by the rest of the wild animals that are out there. You know, foxes and eagles and that, they leave you alone, but a cow will trample you and will kill you if you scare them or go near their young.
Don't get in a field with a bull.
No.
God, shit. No. And geese, they can be. I've been chased as a kid. I don't know if you've ever been chased by geese.
We don't have skunks. We don't have skunks. We don't have raccoons. We don't have any. We don't have any creatures like that. No, we don't have skunks. We don't have raccoons. I'm trying to think.
We have badgers.
We don't have bobcats.
Otters. We have. Well, we do, but they're the mechanical kind, isn't it?
No, I'm just trying to think what they've got in North America. We don't have bobcats. Insects. Yeah, well, no, I don't have ticks. I don't have ticks. I don't know about these two, but I keep my hair short.
Currently, I'm tick free. Yeah. Currently, I'm tick free.
Yeah, we have insects. Of course, you have insects. That's a silly question.
No, what she means is, how about insects that are
We've got killer African bees over here. I'll tell you, they are buggers. They are.
They're huge.
African bees are bastards.
Now, the other thing that I don't like is midges. Midges.
Yeah, midges. Yeah, we've got midges.
Midges, you will be eaten alive by not literally, and they're not going to kill you, but if you will be bitten all over, and then if you're allergic, you'll come out in the lovely lumpy pussy bits.
Not me. I'll tell you one thing about having cancer, Tracy. This might surprise you, right? But mozzies and midges don't bite me. They will not bite me. They must know that there's something wrong with me. Because I've been out with Sean. We've been out in the summer, and she gets bitten to buggery, and I don't get touched. I don't get bitten at all. And I reckon they know that it's because the reason they feed you, the reason they attack you is to drink your blood. They feed off your blood, right? Mozzies and midges. Well, my blood's no good, is it? I've got a blood cancer, so that's why they won't touch me. And it really is. I can walk through. I don't know what you call them when you see them flying around, a horde of midges, and they won't touch me. Sean will get bitten a buggery by them. They won't touch me. They will not go anywhere near me. Same with mosquitoes. They don't touch me. I've been really lucky about that.
Best pal, I'm glad. It took me a moment, but it actually reads like I saw a hedgehog the other day, but I squashed it.
Yeah.
I think you meant. I think it should have read. I saw a hedgehog the other day, but it was squashed. But it actually looks like you said, I saw a hedgehog, but I squashed it. Oh dear. But yeah, I wouldn't want to come across it.
I don't think you fucking die if a fucking hedgehog bit, you know.
No, would the hedgehog die though? If would the midge? I think he's talking about the midges.
Oh, if the midge would die if it bit Steve.
Possibly at the moment. What with all the chemo, it's quite toxic at the moment, isn't he?
I'm very toxic.
Yeah, that's why they don't want to come near you at the moment. Yeah, I've said before, I bought some midge repellent and I went to Scotland and didn't use it. And then I forgot to take it when I went to East Sussex and got bloody bit.
I found it. A Kent woman thought she was going to die when she was attacked by a cow.
Oh, there we go, there's another one, yeah.
She was out walking during a holiday in the Yorkshire Dales.
You do not go near, and don't.
She was 35 metres away from a small herd when one came up to her. She flung through the air and trampled on, leaving her with life-changing
It's not a new
injuries.
disease, best pal. If you'd been listening to the stream, you'd have understood. It's not a new disease at all. It's an old disease. Strep A has been with us for years. Strep A has been with us for
9 people have died by being attacked by cattle in the past 5 years. Cattle are vicious bastards. Yes, Strep A has been about since eternity, I think.
Eric, I've probably seen that video, yeah. I've probably seen that video. Saw it the other day. It came up on the Viral Hog or one of those other feeds, so yeah. But
Is that the one where he kept shouting at it and it
I
kept
think
backing
that's
off?
the one she's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
But that's what I mean. In the UK, we don't have.
And there's another one. There's another one I see. There's a guy fishing, and a croc or a gator comes out, and it's following him up a fucking path, and he's sort of backing off from this gator. Eventually, the gator turned around. That was interesting. His fish that he'd caught.
That's
Came right out the water, started following
that's something
him.
we don't have. It's we don't have any wild animals like that at all. No, nothing. Nothing you would call a predator. I mean, the most vicious animal in this country. And I know you think they're cute, but really they are nature's gangsters. They are absolute vicious, remorseless killers without conscience. Is the domestic cat. They're probably the most vicious animal in this country, the domestic cat. I read a report the other day that the domestic cat is responsible for wiping out nearly 3/4 of the extinct wildlife in this country.
Yeah, particularly birds, I think.
But they are not. Cats are like people. They kill for fun. No other animal apart from a cat kills for fun, but they are. I know people think they're cute, but they are really relentless, remorseless killers without. Because the most dangerous thing's a fucking seagull. Only if you're at the sea. You don't get many in London. They can't breathe. Yeah, seagulls are getting brave as well, aren't they? It's not right. Not wrong. I've not been attacked by a seagull yet, but then I'm not stupid enough to walk down the street.
Have you not? Well, no. My grandson was walking down the high street, probably a couple of years ago now. And he'd been at the Greggs and bought a sausage roll, and fucking, before he could even take a bite, a seagull was down and took it out of his hand. Now, they are vicious bastards, they are. And I'm sure they're getting bigger.
That's because they're eating human food, though, human processed crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't cull them because they're protected species. But round here, so where my wife works in the town there, people were going for a phrase where they were throwing bits of bread and sandwich and God knows what happens, which attracts them.
And that's the problem.
And for a while, they were inundated with bloody pigeons. They put up signs saying, "Please do not feed the birds," i.e., pigeons and bloody seagulls. But people are still doing it. And when the owner goes out to ask them, "Please don't do that," the signs there, "Please don't do that," because they're affecting our business, like, they get abused. So.
And that's the problem, because the seagulls.
But I mean, seagulls are getting further and further inland as well. A lot of the landfill sites, you'll find fucking hordes of them, flocks of them, even not hordes, flying around landfill sites.
Seagulls, the natural food, their natural food is fish. They're supposed to fish for food. And what they've learned is that they don't actually need to do that now, because, I mean, that's a lot of effort, flying around and then diving for fish. No, I
don't know if you've seen the video of the one that walks into a shop and walks out with a bag of crisps in its gob.
I can't help but like that, though.
But every day, apparently, he does that.
I can't help it. I think it's cute, but I would hate it. It must be annoying, but the seagull walks it, Yeah. But this is the thing. They're very clever, and they've learnt as a flock, as a species, that they don't have to fly around and dive for fish. All they've got to do is wander around near some humans, and either the humans will feed them or they can steal their chips.
Anyway, Pele is not in a good way.
No, that's why I wanted to put it in there, because he's been on chemo and his body is now not responding to the chemo at all. So they've put him on end of life.
I think they've put him on end of life care, from what I read.
I don't know what he is suffering with. I'm presuming it's cancer. Don't be stupid, Tracy. It's chemo, but I don't know what. I haven't seen what sort, but obviously, it's.
I'm always interested. Do we know what sort of cancer he's suffering from?
I'm just finding out.
Okay.
Colon. Oh. I'm just reading the Sky News website. So.
Yeah.
He's moved on palliative care after the chemotherapy he was undergoing for colon cancer stopped having the expected results.
Yeah. So.
He's 82. He's 82.
Yeah.
I didn't realise he was that old.
82, yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the England squad are dead now. I think Jeff Hurst and Martin Peters are the only two that are alive now.
Yeah.
Gordon Banks has gone, hasn't he? I know
Yeah.
Jeff Hurst is still around, but he was quite young.
Yeah, he has a statement here from Pele. He said, "My friends, I want to keep everyone calm and positive. I'm strong with a lot of hope and I follow my treatment as usual. I want to thank the entire medical and nursing team for all the care I have received. I have a lot of faith in God, and every message of love I receive from you all over the world keeps me full of energy. And watch Brazil in the World Cup too. Thank you so much for everything, Pele."
Yeah, didn't he? I read a statistic somewhere that he helped Brazil win 3 times, or have I got that? Did I read that wrong?
No, that's probably about right. 1966 was a long, long time ago, and we really need to get over it. I mean, 1966, I was 6 years old. And do you know what? I was 6 years old and I've got absolutely no memory of the World Cup at all. None at all. You would have thought I would have had some memory of it.
I remember the final.
I don't even remember that. But no memory of it at all, Mickey. I remember the 1970 World Cup, right? Because the England squad got accused, some people of the England squad got accused of shoplifting.
Yeah.
And obviously Gordon Banks pulled off that save against Pele, which is the greatest save any goalkeeper's ever done. But I remember that, but I don't remember the 1966 World Cup at all.
Jeff Hurst and George Cohen
George
are the
Cohen.
only ones living.
George Cohen. Blimey.
They're the only two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I definitely remember.
Because Roger Hunt died last year, and I think Roger Hunt died last year. And I think Bobby Charlton died last year.
I think Best Pal, I think we're in with a good chance. I still think we're in with a good chance. I know Tracy thinks we'll scrape by with cynical, but I do think we're going to start to raise our game now. And I still think we're in with a chance. Although, watching Argentina tonight, up against an on-form Argentina in the final, we would struggle, but it would be a good match. But I'd like to see us get a bit further. What do we normally get to? Quarterfinals, isn't it?
Yeah, we'd quarterfinal. Yeah, I think it was a semi-finals last time, wasn't it?
If we get to the final, I'll be happy.
I'd like to see a Argentina, England, or Brazil England final.
See how it goes. I still think we're in with a chance. I still think we're in with a chance.
Well, put it this way: we're not going to lose to Germany on penalties, are we? I think Harry Kane should be dropped. Might be a bit contentious, but I do. I think Harry Kane should be dropped. Huh? He hasn't done it. Mind you, he's put a couple of passes in for a couple of goals. I mean, like he passed in for Foden's goal the other night, didn't he? But he hasn't done a lot in the box. I think either should be dropped or dropped back a bit. Yeah, playing off the front. But what do I know? I don't know fuck all about football, apparently. So,
who's told you that?
I don't know fuck all about. I know fuck all about soccer.
Oh. I don't think Steve was listening.
I did hear him say he knows fuck all about soccer, but I'm. I've decided that what I'm going to do. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but every time we change subject, Tracy, I'm putting a tweet out.
Oh, right, okay.
Talking about England football in the World Cup right now, come and join us.
Yeah.
Whether that will actually work or not, I don't know. I can't tell how many people actually view my tweets. I don't think there's any way of finding out.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. There's analytics. Let me have a look. Even Best Pal just said fucking soccer. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, they've changed things. Oh, no, Elon, I don't like it. Professional tools. Oh, there's monetization in there. Oh. Oh, what's it taste like?
Hey?
What's it taste like?
I don't know if you remember me talking about Rob Burrows the rugby players who's
Oh,
suffering
yeah.
with. He's actually, and I think this is absolutely fantastic, reading the CBeebies bedtime story.
Oh my God.
Because he can't talk, but he's got a computer which work. I don't know how they work, but it works by eye contact. You know what I mean? He eyes the word and it speaks it.
Oh,
But
and didn't you say that it's got a Yorkshire accent?
yes.
Oh, fantastic! I did remember that right.
Yeah, but he's actually reading the CBeebies. It's all to do with their disabilities week or something. But yeah, I think that absolutely fantastic that he does that. It gives kids insight to.
Yeah, because obviously there are disabled children.
Yeah.
And so the disabled children will feel
included.
That was the word I was looking for. And the non-disabled children will learn about other abilities.
Yeah.
Whoosh! That's it. That's how quickly the Warframe works. That's how quickly it works.
Flying.
He's just hit me.
We'll expect some bedtime stories from Steve now.
I just want the pain to stop. The pain. It's working. The pain is fading. I can feel it fading. Stop in a minute completely. Then I'll be a bit numb. Away with the fairies a bit. I really don't like being ill. I don't consider myself a sickly person. I'll be glad when I'm back to normal. I'll be glad when all this is over.
Relatively speaking, not long now though. Once we get past Christmas and it's
February, my chemo ends.
Yeah, exactly. And then read us a story.
Read us a story.
Once upon a time, there was a madman called Woody who thought it was a brilliant idea to start streaming and produce these postcards.
Roald Dahl did some fantastic short stories as well.
Tales of the Unexpected.
Yeah.
The
Phantom Tollbooth. Yeah. The Phantom Tollbooth is one of his that I remember.
Yeah, Roald Dahl wrote quite a lot of dark stuff, including
as did Robert Louis Stevenson.
Yeah.
I mean, Alice in Wonderland is quite dark, as is Treasure Island.
Yeah, and also a lot of the fairy tales, if not most of the fairy tales, are very dark things.
I think Treasure Island was probably one of the first books, full stories, that I read on my own when I was young. That was after me Enid Blyton, 5 Goes to Smuggler's Top and all that.
I think the first book I ever read was Catcher in the Rye. Google it.
Oh, fucking hell, that's a bit bloody.
Yeah, I know. Catcher in the Rye. Very tame by today's standards, but when it came out, it was wow.
Ozzy Osbourne 74 today. Oh. In case anybody's interested.
I'm really going to improve culture in the stream now. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
'Twas brillig.
We're going to fart.
'Twas brillig, and the slimy toves did gyre and gimble in the wade. All mimsy were the borogroves, and moth raves out grape. Beware the jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the jubjub bird, and shun the frumious bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the manxome foe he sought. So he rested by the tum-tum tree, and stood a while in thought. And in uffish thought he stood, the jabberwock with eyes of flame came whistling through the tulgey wood, and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through, the vorpal blade went snipper-snack. He left it for dead with his head, he went galumping back. And hast thou shamed the jabberwock? Oh, come to my arms, my beamish boy. Oh, fabulous day, calloo, callay. He chortled to his joy. 'Twas brillig, and the slimy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogroves, and the mum roths at grabe.
Whoa!
That was the guy that also wrote Alice in Wonderland.
Lewis Carroll.
Yeah, Jabberwocky. Very famous poem.
Yeah, we had to learn that.
How was my reading of it?
Huh?
How was my reading of it?
That was clear.
Oh, there we go. Look, I've put some. I've brought some culture into the group, and I've managed to destroy our viewership.
My favourite poem. It's all about a fish.
How's it go?
Oh, wet pet.
I'm a bit more.
That's the entirety
I'm a
of
bit
it.
more cultured than
That
that.
is the poem.
I'm a bit more cultured than that. Do you want some more culture, Mickey?
No, not really.
So there we
Yeah.
go. Look, I've read a short story and 4 different poems. What about you two?
I've had to endure them.
Yeah.
What? Oh dear.
That's hilarious.
Ah.
Oh dear. The swimming one. God, he's seeing us in 3D now. Looks like some funky guy from the 60s.
I am some funky guy from the 60s.
Everybody
Needs
loves
somebody.
somebody.
Everybody needs
I thought that's a fantastic film. I love that film.
someone to love.
Like I said, the morphine doesn't have any effect on me. I've got a duvet which is waterproof, not because I wet the bed, but because I sweat the bed. Right? It's completely waterproof, and you can't put a cover on it. You can't put a duvet cover on it because it's the surface of my duvet is like a kind of polythene plastic, yeah. And if you put a duvet cover on it, it ends up in a big knot inside the duvet cover. So you can't put a duvet cover on it at all. So I have to have it up against my skin. I sleep, natural. I know that have to against my skin. It's all right because it's easy to clean. You just wipe it down, but it doesn't get me snuggly like my proper quilt does. I can't really wrap it. It's a bit. It's got a bit more surface tension than a proper quilt. than a proper quilt, and that's partly the reason why I'm not sleeping. But I can't put a proper quilt on because if I do and my night sweats return, I'll just end up ruining the quilt. And if I sweat into a quilt, you can't wash it. You've got to throw it away.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got this waterproof quilt on, but it doesn't get me quite snuggly. But I'm going to try it again tonight. That was a bit of breakthrough pain, but the morphine it breaks through, but the morphine's numbed it again now. So, not very comfortable. It's terrible because I can't sleep on my right-hand side. And I can't sleep on my back because of the pain. The only way I can sleep is on my left-hand side, which is fine. I don't mind going to sleep on my left-hand side, but when I wake up again, when I roll over and I try and sleep on my other side of my back, it sets my back off and it wakes me. It sets my stomach off and it wakes me up. So I've got my tablets, including my slow-release morphine, which I'm not going to take right now because I've just taken a dose of morphine, and that'd be like giving me a double dose, wouldn't it?
Oh, doggy.
Cookies.
Billy!
Billy!
Oh, look!
Billy!
Look at them, Billy!
Billy!
Look at those eyebrows.
Billy! Billy!
Look at those eyebrows. Oh, Daddy! Hello.
Billy! 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 Millie! Millie! Want to go walkies? Why doesn't she know the word walkies, Mickey?
Oh, she does.
Oh. Walkies! Walkies!
But she doesn't know where the sound is coming from. She's looking on the floor.
All right.
They say, what do they say to you? Yes. What do they say to you? That's the same with the phone. If somebody's on the phone, she won't look at the, on WhatsApp or anything. She won't look at the phone or anything. What's this? What's this? What's this up here? What's this up here? What's it up there?
Hello, Millie.
Hello, Millie. Millie.
She's washing my hands.
Millie. Millie. Millie, want to go walkies?
Can you not hear? Wait, who's that? Who's up there?
I said that to my dogs. They'd be barking like crazy at me right now.
Who's this up
Trying
here?
to eat the front door.
Who's up there? Look.
Hello, Millie. Hello.
Oh,
Hello,
Millie.
Millie. Hello, Millie.
Oh.
Millie. Millie.
She's
Millie.
go on then. Go on then. Go on then.
Oh.
Bless her.
Bless her little cotton socks.
Oh, she's off back upstairs now.
Yeah, it's bedtime, Dad. Bedtime, Daddy.
But she only came down every time I go to the loo. She'll come down.
I think she checks if you're still alive, Mickey.
No, it's because she thinks I'm going in the fricking kitchen.
Biscuits.
It is, yeah. And she sees me sit down here, and she's back upstairs again.
I'm just reading a news story. Newark man who made 68 calls to 999 found drunk in bed. A man who made 68 calls to 999 over a 90-minute period was later found to be drunk in his bed and not needing police assistance. I think he should have been fucking charged.
Yeah.
I think, no, charged financially,
Yeah.
not charged arrested, charged for... I think if you make a false 999 call, you should be charged for the for what you've done.
Call out fee. There should be a call out fee.
And it should be, I mean, what do you reckon an hour's ambulance, what do you reckon an ambulance and an hour's worth of paramedic time's worth? 500-600 quid, Mickey?
Well, it's invaluable because while it's dealing with you, somebody else could be fucking dying because they need it. I saw a program once where this woman, I mean, I don't know how many times she'd been to court about that, and she still kept doing it.
I watched the BBC.
That was hundreds of times.
I watched the BBC programme called Ambulance, and they regularly have people who have clearly got mental health issues. Yeah,
I think that's probably where I saw it.
They regularly have people repeatedly phoning in, and some of them just want to chat, and some of them are actually going, I think I'm dying, having a heart attack, and then when they get there, they realise it's the woman who, or the man who is suffering from mental health issues. And then there's the other ones who are clearly in crisis but won't go anywhere. It's
the problem is that they're still obliged to turn out in case it's genuine, which, you know, I find...
I'm just looking through this list of false calls that he's had. That guy there, right? A guy who rang 999 because his taxi didn't arrive. Another one because he had a complaint about a pizza he bought from a takeaway, had the wrong topping on it. And another one because kebab deliveries delivered one kebab short. These are people that dial 999 for these reasons.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Another one that waited hours for a bus, so she called 999.
What, we'll get a lift home?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, fucking ridiculous.
They should be charged, I reckon, 500 quid. 500 quid a time.
Yeah, I reckon that's a reasonable.
You make a false call for 999, 500 quid fine. Because as you say, Mickey, all the time they're dealing with you, they're not dealing with what could be a life-threatening emergency. I mean, I don't know what gets into these people's heads. What on earth possesses... I mean, they can't be right in the head. What on earth possesses somebody to think that dialing 999 because your delivery driver has delivered you a kebab short? What on earth do you think you can gain by 999? I mean, these people honestly think the police are going to deal with that.
Well, it's fucking ridiculous, to be fair. But you also get incidences of people calling out the fire brigade, and then when they arrive on the scene, throwing fucking bricks and bottles at them.
No, I don't understand that.
Again, a malicious call. I can't understand that. What the fuck do you get out of that?
And the fire brigade aren't like the police. The police, I can understand people doing that to police because police can arrest you, they can put you in jail, you know. But the fire brigade is like
they do.
They're there to help you. They've got one job, and that's to save lives.
You see it every bonfire night. They'll set a bin on fire, wait till the fire brigade arrive, and then start firing fireworks at them. What the fuck? But the only problem is, you can't say, right, we won't turn out to you anymore, being the caller who's making malicious calls, because it might turn out to be genuine. You're absolutely right, BSA. They are fucking sandwich short of a picnic. Yeah.
Well, exactly, Loto. Exactly, Loto. And you say cops want more calls. Not like the calls we're discussing. They don't. I mean, why would you phone the police because you've got the wrong topping on your pizza? What are they going to do? They're going to send a squad car around, an armed response vehicle.
Wait a minute, Steve. I can understand if it's fucking pineapple on it, because that's a fucking crime.
I had pizza tonight. Guess what pizza I had, Mickey?
I bet you had ham and fucking pineapple.
I had a Hawaiian. I did. I had a thick crust, right? And the missus had a thin crust.
No, that is a fucking crime.
No,
I can understand.
No. Pineapple is...
People put fucking pineapple on your pizza. I can understand them phoning 999. I would.
Oh, pineapple on pizza's perfect. Isn't it, Tracy?
I love it, especially with you got to have the savoury and the sweet.
Yep.
I do love it. Yeah.
Yep.
Philistine.
I wouldn't want a fully pineapple pizza. I wouldn't want to just order a pineapple pizza because that's ridiculous. But you've got to have the savoury ham or even bacon or something like that. Nice and savoury, nice and sweet.
So when you have gammon, when you're out, do you have pineapple or an egg on it?
I
normally have
pineapple.
I have both.
Pineapple.
I have both.
There you go.
I do have pineapple on my gammon if I'm out.
So all you're missing on your pizza, Mickey, is an egg. So you could put ham, pineapple, egg. There you go.
No.
That should be a crime.
No. You're right. It should be a crime, best pal. Fucking pineapple on a pizza. See, he does agree with me now and then. Although his sticker's too short planks, he does agree with me now and then.
Is pineapple?
But you have got fruit on a pizza. You've got fucking tomatoes. Tomatoes are fruit.
They're not as sweet as having the little bursts of juicy pineapple flavour.
Well, no, there is that, I suppose. Oh dear.
Loto, what do you mean the cops want more calls? What, the more malicious calls, or they just want more calls?
I think Loto's in the States.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, fuck.
I think Loto's in the States where it's... See, look, you see a guy running a red light who's suspected drunk, then you ring the fucking police.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I think that's the thing. The cops want more calls, but they want more genuine calls. They don't want people to be holding back and not telling them about things that are genuinely happening in society or in the neighbourhood. But they don't want people calling up and saying my pizza wasn't delivered or my delivery driver's half an hour late. I mean that's the kind of stuff that we get here, and it's ridiculous. And then like, who said it? Might have been Best Pal. Yeah, Best Pal says what I don't get is people spitting at paramedics. Yeah, so when they do turn up, people treat them like shit.
They should be fined. All malicious phone calls should be fined.
What?
Yeah.
Malicious phone calls should be fined. You make a malicious phone call, you pay a fine. Because the police know where you are. You can't avoid it. They know exactly where you are and who's phoning. And they should be fined. You make a malicious phone call, you get fined for it. That soon fucking stop it. It's like, as you know, right, I will not go to Casualty in this country on a Friday night or a Saturday night unless my head fell. That's the only way I go in there, because the amount of people in Casualty that are a complete and utter waste of time amazes me. It really does. You walk into a Casualty Americans would know it as emergency room. You walk into a Casualty every Friday or Saturday night. 90% of the people are there because of alcohol.
Yeah.
And they're there because of the overreactions of their friends. Oh my God, look. Yeah. Oh my God, look, he's got a cut on his head. Quick, we must get him to the hospital in case he's got a concussion. No, he's drunk and he's got a cut on his head. Put him to bed. That's the good side of the American health system and the downside of our national health. The American health system, you don't get time wasters. Not in the numbers that we get. I mean, the other day, I was listening to somebody in Casualty the other day, right? Because obviously I have to go there quite often. Just saying that the only reason they've gone to Casualty is because the doctor's appointment takes 10 days. And I'm thinking, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It says acute and emergency only, right? Your ingrown toenail is neither acute nor is it an emergency. Wait 10 days to see your GP. Although saying that, I actually phoned up my doctors at 8 o'clock on Friday morning and I was speaking to her on the phone at 10:30.
That's mad. That's so quick.
That's pretty good.
That's very quick. I mean, if I phoned up about anything, it took me ages to get an appointment, a phone appointment, to talk to them about my heart monitor results. Last year that was, and now I know people who are phoning up at 8 o'clock in the morning for a relatively urgent. This is the problem. You have an urgent issue, like let's say it's an ingrowing toenail. It's relatively urgent because it's causing you pain and you can't walk and it's getting infected. You phone up to get an appointment, you can't get an appointment, and so you phone up the next day, and this carries on for 2 or 3 weeks, and the infection in your toe is getting worse, and you can feel that the bottom of your leg's getting a bit warm. And you still can't get an appointment because there's no appointments. So you then end up in A&E because that's the only place that you're going to get treated because you are risking sepsis or something. And this is the problem. It becomes not just an ingrowing toenail, it becomes a bigger issue. Yeah, if you're just going in there because you've got an ingrowing toenail, that's just ridiculous. But the problem is getting that seen to before it becomes an A&E problem. And a life-threatening problem.
This is what you're about to see me do is something that is another side effect of chemo. Chemotherapy dries your eyes out. Did you know that?
Yeah. Last time I went to A&E was with shingles. For the simple fact, I couldn't get an appointment with my doctor for days. And I don't know if anybody's ever had shingles, but it's really painful. And they're like little blisters and that. And in the end, I said, I said to the receptionist, what do you expect me to do? Go to A&E? And her answer to me was yes.
I think my doctors have got it on my record that I'm on chemotherapy, and I'm virtually everything with me is classed as a chemotherapy because it's classed as an emergency because I'm so immunosuppressed. I'm sorry, I've just put this stuff in my eyes and I can't read what Best Pal's saying. Can someone read it to me? But everything's blurry. Sorry.
Last time I went to A&E, my nose was full of glass and it was pissing out with blood, and some dude who had a tiny cut went in front of me.
This is the man that sticks fireworks in his ears.
But I mean, when I went for shingles, I was in and out within half an hour because they didn't want me there because it's infectious. And I came out with antivirals, not antibiotics, antiviral drugs. But it's only because I couldn't get in the doctors, and I said to the receptionist, what, you expect me to go to an A&E? And she said, yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. And this is the problem because they just don't have...
What? Aclovar? What's that for?
Antiviral.
Oh, antiviral. Yeah. I forget what they put me on.
I have to take I take that twice a day. I have to take three different antibiotics.
They were like fucking horse pills. These things they gave me. Fuck no.
This is my antiviral. I didn't know whether I put it in my mouth or stick it up my arse.
So get nearer the camera. Oh, it's a bit like mine. That's my that's my magnesium that I have to take 4 of a day, which they don't give me on the NHS because they don't prescribe stuff like that on the NHS, even though that's what caused the heart condition.
Gee, they do.
Not for normal people.
For normal people, they do. Right? You can have things like I get Loratadine and Piriton on the NHS. I also get vitamin C and multivitamins on the NHS. Prescribed because I'm long term. If you've got a long term and chronic condition that requires constant prescriptions of these items, you can get them on the NHS. I can even get aspirin.
You can even get what? Oh, aspirin. Yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying. That they don't know how long it's going to take me to replace this magnesium, but I have to buy it. So.
I don't have to buy it private. No, I don't. I get free. I've got cancer. I get free prescriptions. Blimey, look, Mickey's playing with his phone.
I'm trying to find out. I'm on the NH app trying to find out what.
We haven't got long. You've got a minute and a half, Mickey.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't have to buy it. If you're talking about my magnesium, I don't
A cyclamar.
That's what I just showed you, a cyclamore.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it? Yeah, that's what they gave me for
It's
fucking.
antiviral.
Yeah.
I have to have it twice a day. Because
That's what they gave me for. Apparently, you use. Apparently, it's a type of herpes.
yeah,
Yes.
it's yeah, I have to have it because I'm so immunocompromised that I've got to be protected from any virus. And shingles is a virus that is extremely dangerous for me, Mickey, if I catch it.
It's extremely dangerous. If it, they reckon that if it. I mean, I had it on the side of my top of my hip here, but they reckon if it joins up, that can be fucking really dangerous if it goes all the way round. But a fucking pain, fucking terrible.
Oh, that's ridiculous, though, Best Pal. Yeah, they had to stop that because you can buy paracetamol for like 25p, and a prescription is obviously however much. And when you get the prescription filled, it's costing more than 25p to the NHS because of the way that pharmaceuticals bump the price up.
When they thought my missus had, what was it? Something wrong with the heart. They prescribed soluble fucking
Did you say
aspirin
your missus had something long and hard?
with a heart.
Oh, I thought you said your missus had something long and hard. I was about to say that was me.
Yeah, they described some prescribed soluble aspirin.
Which is a blood thinner. Or
Yeah, but
anticoagulant, yeah.
28 days on a prescription for fucking £9 something.
Yeah.
You go into Asda and you buy 100 for £3.
Yeah.
So that's what we used to do because they were exactly the same. That we refused to spend £9 on a fucking prescription when you can get fucking 100 of them for £3. Absolutely ridiculous.
I inject myself with blood thinners.
Absolutely fucking diabolical.
I inject myself with
But
blood
some of the
thinners.
things, some of the things they try and prescribe are ridiculous. And we're quite lucky because our chemist up the road, if you go in with a prescription for such and such with some name thing on, she'll offer you a generic, which is the same sort of stuff at sort of half the price. So yeah, so it's time for us to depart.
It is, yeah, it is. It is indeed. I got aspirin on prescription. Look, there you go.
Yeah, but you got yours from Asda. There must be 100 in there. Was there the package you buy?
28.
Package you buy for free. 28. All right, you can buy 100 of them in Asda.
But he gets it for free, I think, don't you?
I get them for free. There's some prescriptions for free.
Yeah, he gets them free, but Donna does because of her age. Yeah.
You get free prescriptions, but I mean, you can't. Yeah.
I do since I've been 60.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't get aspirin as a prescription. You've got to pay for it. But if you've got a long-term condition like I have that needs it. Right. On that note, it's goodbye from me. It's been 3 hours now, so it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me. Stay safe. Keep your family safe. We'll see you back here Monday, 9:45.
Let's see if my faces will work. My England flag will work tonight, shall we?
Yeah.
Yes!